Okay. It's capturing now. Cool. So, as you might be able to tell from the title of the stream today, I'm in the mood for some Magic. Some Magic the Gathering. We're going to not be playing League of Legends today because I need a break. So, I'm gonna play some Magic. I re-downloaded MTG Arena, and we are going to get right into it here in just a moment. Didn't have any plans for exactly what we're gonna do, but find something. We'll find something. I've been trying out one of my old decks in Historic recently. I also have some other standard decks that I might want to try out today, so got a little bit of everything we can try. So is the audio fine on this? This game I feel like is way quieter than other games I've played. I can't really tell because every time I... Yeah, okay. That's fine. I don't need the sounds to be that loud. That's at least something. Okay, cool. That being said, I think I'm going to start with just what I have been playing recently, which is this historic best of one ranked. I think that's what I've been doing. Yeah, ranked best of one in historic with this widespread thieving combo deck. So audio is good, thank you. So we're gonna be playing some historic. Basically, the idea of this deck is it's an old janky combo from when I played standard, and I thought I would update it with a few cards, a few new cards that I now have access to now that it is in historic. And yeah, so you'll see pretty quickly what the game plan is. It revolves around this card here, Widespread Thieving. It gives us a treasure every time we cast a multicolored spell. And so most of the spells in our deck, as you can see here, have multiple colors in them, except for obviously this, but yeah. So our goal is going to be to get one of these down, and then start using our Kaya Geist Hunters -2 ability to double our token production for the turn. Meaning that every multicolored spell we cast will actually get us 2 treasure tokens, and we're going to try to basically storm off. Meaning we're going to try to cast a bunch of spells and kill them all at once. Pretty hit or miss. Also, I'm learning really quickly, after playing only a few games, that historic decks are generally faster than what I'm used to playing this deck against when it was in standard, but that's okay. We're going to work with what we got. So yeah, start with this Widespread Thieving. It also has this bonus ability called Hideaway, where basically I'm going to get to tuck another card under it. And if I pay Wooburg, one of each color, when I make the treasure, or after I make the treasure, then I get to cast this card under it for free. Kind of like a nice little bonus. Honestly, this text doesn't even have to be here, and I'd still think this card is worthy of combo, but it's a little bonus. Looks like my opponent is also playing some sort of combo-y storm deck. They have Faithless Looting and Ox of Agonis in their graveyard. So they're also trying to, I guess, fill up their graveyard and then like discard their hand and draw 3 and start comboing off. So I'm gonna try to combo off before they get the chance to. Here, I'm probably just gonna play my invasion. It's a little too early to try to go off, because I can go land, I'd have 4 lands, play this for 3, so I'd have 1 land and a treasure, -2 to double my treasure production, play this for the treasure and the remaining, and then I'd have 4 mana. It'd actually be kind of close. I could maybe go for it this turn. I could theoretically go for it. You know what? Let's go for it. I'll just show it off. I'll show off what I'm trying to do with it. So play my Kaya. -2, so now I get double thing.
This time I brought backup.
We'll play the invasion here. And then it's going to make us 2 treasures, and then the invasion will also make us 2 treasures. Go ahead and discard this to draw a new card. Sure. And then Oh, I think we're actually 1 mana short because we can't cast the Pillage the Bog. That stinks. We actually did need this to be a card that we could play. I guess there's not really a point in continuing since we can't win this turn anyway, so we'll just pass. But yeah, you get the idea. Basically, we're going to try to do that all in one turn, make a ton of treasures, make a ton of guys. There's another card that's going to be crucial to the combo that basically allows us to sacrifice a treasure in order... Ooh, my cursor went to the other screen there. It allows us to sacrifice a treasure in order to make a creature out of it. And so then we can start... basically turning our mountain of treasure into a mountain of attackers on the board, give them all haste with the lore hold command, and kill them in one shot. Well, my opponent's going to start comboing off here. They have found a Grinning Ignis. Grinning Ignis is this... Well, I can't show it. How can I resolve the Burgy trigger? Yeah. So Grinning Ignis is a card that costs 3 mana to play, but makes 3 mana when it enters, and can be bounced for 1. So essentially, with Burgy makes a mana every time you cast a spell. So they can basically pick this up and play it, and pick it up and play it for as many times as they want. I don't think they're netting mana by doing this. Wait, are they? They're making 4 mana for 4 mana? No, they're not netting mana. But anyway, they can, I guess, waste my time here by doing this over and over again if they want. Or maybe they have a Storm card in their hand. I actually don't know how to check Storm count on MTGA Vod. On Magic the Gathering Online, it just kind of has a little number off to the side. So I'm guessing they have like a Grape Shot or something. So they're going to do this like 19 times and Grape Shot us in the face. So I guess it doesn't even matter that we tried to go off and failed last turn, because we were dead anyway. But what can you do? What can you do? I guess that makes me glad that I did try to show it off, at least, so you guys could see the gist of it. But yeah, I think we're just dead here. He's gonna do this. Should be getting. I haven't actually been counting. He's getting close to 20 times. Oh yeah, once he casts this Grinning Ignis and picks it up and plays it 20 times, he can play a card called Grape Shot, and it will deal damage to us equal to the number of cards he's played, basically. So he'll be able to just kill us. This is what I'm talking about. In Standard, you never had to worry about this. Like, in Standard, when I played this deck, there was no other deck that could win faster than this combo. So, like, you were on top of it. Now I'm dealing with all these decks where literally they play Burgy, and if I don't kill it, they win the next turn. Right. Surely they're Storm of 20 by now. Is there really no way to check on it? How do I Can I just pass through the turn? It still makes me click resolve. Okay, that's weird. I guess there's no way to show Storm count. Alright, whatever. I'm sure he's getting close. I guess I could just concede, but like, I've already talked up this Grape Shot so much. I want you guys to see it. I feel like it's like a disappointment, right? Maybe they just don't have Grape Shot. Maybe they are just playing this over and over again for fun. Surely, wait, I don't even know. Actually, now that I'm saying this out loud, is Grape Shot even in Historic? Wait. Oh, you know what? It was probably in the Mystical Archives for Strixhaven, so yeah, it probably is in Historic. Well. Wait, was this actually in the main set of Strixhaven? Does that mean this combo was in Standard for an amount of time? That's insane. Also, I think there's the Grape Shot. Yeah, okay. So it was in the Mystical Archives. That's our answer. Yeah, so basically the way this works... How do I... The way this works is basically the Storm mechanic. Can you... Okay. The Storm mechanic means that he copies the spell for each other time, for each other spell that's previously been cast this turn. So because he played that Goblin like 19 times, normally Grape Shot deals 1 damage to any target, but because it has Storm, it's actually going to do 20 damage to any target. And that target is going to be our face. At this point, I can't just concede. This is actually over with it. No, I can't concede. My option wheel went away. I guess they just... They have the satisfaction. I can't be too upset. We were going to try and do basically the same thing. That's the gist of it, though. I'm gonna play this a couple more times, see if I can get an actual game where I pull off the combo. Blue or green spells. But you can target. Guess I shouldn't have rerolled. You guys ever do the duck face with Pringles? You know what I'm talking about, right? Like 2 Pringles back to back. This is a little awkward. We're actually missing green mana somehow. And we only have 2 lands. We can make it work. This is the other card I was talking about, by the way. It makes 2 treasures when it enters, and then you can sacrifice a treasure to make a 1/1 token. But in the turn we're going off, we're gonna have double token production. So really, it's gonna be like sacrifice a treasure to make 2, or maybe even 4 if you play 2 Kai's tokens. So yeah, we're gonna make a lot of guys real quick. And never punish. We get our 3rd land, and it also produces green. Let's go. Our opponent has played Island Island. Concerning, but surely they wouldn't play Counterspell. That'd be rude. I lied, they would Counterspell us. Tempest Djinn. I haven't seen this in forever. Okay, he's going for the all basic island strategy. Excuse me. Oh, it's 4 toughness too. Can't even Lightning Helix it. Yikes. He's actually getting this. I guess we Invasion here. Try to draw something better. Go ahead and discard this Lightning Helix. It seems it's not going to be very useful. Another Invasion. Can't actually play this one because Isolated Chapel was our last land, so I guess we could have looked at Treasure, but I'd rather just save it. Alright. So my opponent is some sort of like mono blue like tempo deck or something. Well, we could have double Lightning Helixed it, but now I kind of feel like we're not on the Lightning Helix plan, so I'm going to discard this one too, I guess. I'm actually not going to play the tap land, I'm just going to cycle it. We need to find something fast. Well, that's something. This is also going to be part of our combo turn. This makes it so that when our tokens that we make from this thing enter, we draw cards. So we're going to like sack a treasure, make 2 guys, draw 2 cards, and just keep going. Alright. Yeah, we keep drawing our 3 damage burn spells like right after we get rid of another one, so we can't kill the Tempest Djinn. Maybe I should just like, be keeping the lightning helixes, but I didn't feel like it was gonna be useful. I thought I should be just digging for the combo pieces to try to like kill him sooner. Although I guess he's like constantly living at 5 blue mana, so what turn am I ever gonna be able to actually kill him? I don't know. What do we do here? We could try to draw some cards. You know, let's just do this. Let's cast this. If they counter it, we do nothing. If they don't counter it, we'll Rite of Harmony. Oh. They actually didn't counter it. That's kind of crazy. I was like 99% sure they were going to counter my spell there. Well, I guess let's go ahead and... You know, it's an instant. If I need to draw cards, I can just wait. So I'll just pass turn. Pass turn for now. This might also make them waste their mana, because now we're not casting another spell into presumably a counterspell they have. Nice. Okay. I had a flash creature. Interesting. Okay. They're just gonna draw a card. They didn't even draw a card with Spectral Sailor. I guess they're terrified of us playing something while their mana's down. And they also didn't have a 6th land to play. Sure. Okay. I'm not dead. What is their hand? They have like no lands and 7 cards in hand and also no counters? Okay, no, they did have a land. Or maybe they just drew that land, who knows. But then why wouldn't they play it first? They would have like go just a 1 instead of 2. I don't think we Rite of Harmony right now. I think we wait for our turn. I mean, surely he has at least 1 counterspell in here. The question is, how do we play around it? Like, we're gonna be dead if we don't do something this turn. We have no way to get rid of their Tempest Djinn. I guess I start with Rite of Harmony. They counter it. I can flash it back for 4. Yeah, let's start with this. Presumably they won't counter this because it has flashback anyway, but they didn't counter it. Okay. Let's play a land and let's play the Kaya. The Kaya will make it so that we'll double our draws basically, because every single treasure we sack will make 2 1/1s instead of 1, and we'll draw 2 cards. Okay, here's the counterspell finally. If you control a wizard, cost 1. It's not a wizard. Oh, it's a Djinn. Yeah, so he's gonna counter our Kaya. That's fine. So let's start going. Sack a treasure. Make a 1/1. I guess we scry 1, then draw a card, technically. Alright. We can dig pretty deep here. We got 4 chances to find something. We got 4 treasures to sack. Our opponent's really thinking about this. I mean, it's not a spell. They're not countering. What, do they gotta bounce my stimulus package? Alright. Let's see what we draw. Draw a Lorehold command, which we don't have the mana for any longer. So not great. Let's try again. Again, we now are 1 mana short because we only have 3. This actually would have been decent to. Or I guess we didn't get the double token, so it wouldn't have actually done anything. But for now, we're gonna bottom it. I don't even really know what we're looking for here. Presumably like a lightning helix or something, so we can actually like. Yeah, no, we're just dead. Unfortunate. It also has flying, so they both have flying actually. Kaya again, we're 1 mana short. Let's bottom that. At this point, I don't think there's anything we can draw. Yeah, there's nothing. Unfortunate. We're gonna die to the Tempest Gin. This also would have been good earlier, but now we're going. Oh, finally we find the removal for the Tempest Gin, but again, a little bit late on that. We're down to 1 mana, so we are dead. Just played Opt. All right. Third time's the charm. Third time's the charm with the widespread thieving deck. That's what I'm gonna go with here. Actually, can I re-roll this again? I cannot. We're not really gonna be killing our opponent's creatures much, so not a great quest for us to have. I guess it doesn't really matter. Well, you only get like 1 quest a day anyway, and we'll almost certainly have fulfilled it by the end of the day. So I guess it doesn't really matter how fast we fulfill it. I'm already committing to playing this for a few hours here. Alright, this time our opponent, surely they won't counter our stuff. We have a widespread thieving stimulus pack. We have like a lot of the pieces. We're still missing a Kaya, but we have the other 3 main pieces. I don't really like having Lorehold command in my opening can because it's really not that useful until we can kill them. But such is how it goes with these combo decks. You don't always draw them in the right order. My opponent is going for some sort of mono-green elf ball, which I guess makes sense. Their avatar is Nissa. Priestess Titania's in Historic? I guess it was in Modern Horizons 3, huh? Oh no! That's so bad. We are in insane trouble already. Yeah, they're gonna have so much mana on their next turn. Oh, I haven't even played a spell yet. They're gonna like kill me before I play a spell. Well, what can you do? I can't really do anything about it, unfortunately. Oops. Just gotta hope and pray that they don't. What's even the top end of an elf ball deck in Historic? Like, God, I don't even. Titan of Industry? How do they win the game? Is there any like elf pumpy guys in Historic? Well, so far they're just playing more elves. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 elves. Is there enough for 5 mana? Yikers. We're in a little bit of trouble here. A little bit of trouble. Are they also gonna bounce the token to make even more mana? What do they have? They have 5 floating. They can make 4 more. They sure are. Oh wait, what? I think they did that wrong. I think, yeah, they said they bounced the Frieza Titania instead of untapping it. Well, you know, what can you do? Our opponent messed up. Also, what the heck? Jesus. Also, this does appear to be a win condition. Elves you control get +2/+2 and gain Death Touch until end of turn. Presumably, 7 activate? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they can activate this twice next turn by tapping these. So they'd have 5, 10. Yeah, no, we're super dead. Okay, well, this is what I'm talking about. Historic is too fast. What am I supposed to do with my janky combo deck? They just killed me. We needed to find our incandescent Arya. But I think I'm only playing 2 in this deck, so maybe that's a little hopeful. Go ahead and kill me. It's all good, it's all good. 4th time's the charm, right? Maybe we put more incandescent Arya in our deck to avoid this scenario. They didn't kill. Wait, why not just activate? They just chose not to activate their War Master? What? I'm so confused. Okay, well, whatever. I guess they gave us 1 more turn. Not that it matters, because we've drawn 3 Lorehold commands, which I think are all useless. If we found a Kaya, we actually could do something. I don't think there's anything we can do now at this point, though. We're almost certainly dead next turn. They'll figure out to pump their team, I guess. Pay 2 life and try to find an answer with our stimulus package. So we'll get 3 treasures here. Yeah, if one of these Lorehold commands was a Kaya, we actually could probably win this turn, but alas. And then let's just sack one of the treasures to look at one more card before we die. Tragic. I don't think that this even saves us. Only 2 blockers probably isn't enough, but just in case, again, if they, don't figure out how to just activate this twice, we'll go ahead and make some blockers here. All right. Well, we did our best. Maybe we'll take a look at the deck after this. I really don't understand what collected companies in Historic. What set is that? Sort of almond kit. Remastered. Collected company wasn't an almond kit though. Wait, what? Because they just decided. Alright, look at the set. Yeah, look at the set. Okay, I'll look at it. Okay, I literally missed what they were doing because I was looking at that. I guess they collected company for more Priesthood Titanias, and that's in this. That's in Historic too. Oh my god! Look at the elf ball. I mean, we're just dead. I guess we'll block 2 elves just in case. These don't have trample, do they? They don't. Okay. There you go. Well, well, well. I'm starting to think this deck might be a little too janky for Historic. Let's take a look at the deck real quick. I don't really think there's much else that can, that's better in Historic though for this deck. Are there any multicolored 1-drops? Alright, so we have a little bit of interaction with Assassins, Lightning Helix, and the board wipe. We have obviously the main combo pieces. Nothing's really cuttable though. Everything, I kind of need it all to actually win the game. I guess this one I could cut. It's if there's a better version. Let's do a little research here. So we need to find 1-drops that are multicolored. Is there none? Oh, this counts multicolored color, whatever. I can't think of the word. Yeah, none of these are gonna work. Lord of the Rings is in this, apparently. Oh, of course it's I play with the One Ring on this game. Okay, here we go. Invert. Switch the power and toughness of each of up to 2 target creatures until end of turn. So I could play this. This is a way to have a multicolored 1-drop that doesn't really do anything, but also the backside invert is sort of, I mean, it's 6 mana, so we're never gonna cast it, but it's search your library for an instant card and a sorcery card. That does stuff, right? This is an instant and this is a sorcery. We get usage out of that. Okay, that's something to think about. Invert, invent. What is it about this one? Although I guess I don't have any blue mana in my deck, so I actually can't cast invent. I can only cast invert. This one is deals 1 damage to target creature or planeswalker and 1 damage to its controller. Okay, that's reasonable. And then Carnage is deal 3 damage to target opponent that player discards 2. Okay, no, that's actually doable. That's nothing. This is probably the best one we've seen. The Golgari version is gets +1/+1 death touch or removal spell. Okay, wait. Removal spell's also good. Those are both decent. Would I rather have a Blightning or a destroy target artifact, creature, or enchantment as my 4-mana sorcery, or instant, rather? I guess this one's a sorcery. Wait, what? Is this, I've never seen a split card that has 2 different types like that. It's kind of cool. This one is deal 3 damage to any target and you gain. Oh, it's literally just Lightning Helix. All of these seem reasonable so far. This one is creatures you control get pumped. Technically useful, but we also don't really need it. Like, we're gonna have so much damage anyway if we actually get the combo off. Flower is search your library for a basic forest or plains, so that's useless. So probably not this one. So far we're looking at Boros, Golgari, or Rakdos. For a green, we can look at the top 5 cards of your library, reveal a creature card, put it into your hand. We have 0 creatures in our deck though, I'm pretty sure. That is accurate, so this is not going to make the cuts. Target creature attacks or blocks this turn if able. Or creatures you control get +2/+2 and gain trample. You may turn a creature you control face up. Again, we don't really need the pump, similar to Flourish. Like, Bustle is cool and all, but we already have like infinite damage if we actually get the combo off. It's not that important to +2/+2 them. And Hustle is like basically useless. So, is there any more? This is the only page of multicolored 1-drops in Arena, or in Historic, I guess. So yeah, so this is what we're working with. So I'm guessing we're gonna go with one of these 3. Whoa, what are we cutting? Probably Invasion we're cutting. Well, I don't know. It is also just nice. It's kind of the same thing, right? Like, it's 2 mana, but it gives you back a treasure. So it really is also like a 1 mana multicolored spell. And when you actually go off, when your tokens are already doubled from Kaya, it's actually like netting mana, right? Because you get 2 from Widespread Thieving and 2 from Invasion, so it like goes up a mana. Whereas with these, you only go, or wait, you have 2 mana. You have 2 mana when you do that with the double tokens. This one, you kind of only go up 1 mana with double tokens. So I think Invasion is still fine. I guess we could just cut some random interaction pieces since we're probably having to go all in on the combo aspect anyway. Just glass cannon. I either win with the combo or lose if I don't. So we could like cut like some of this stuff. Lorehold Command we could trim. We only really need it, like I said, when we're winning. The reason I went with this is because like the mode that I care about is the +1/+0 and indestructible and haste. But I put it in as this one is the win condition because none of the other haste enablers had like, first of all, most of them aren't multicolored, but second of all, most of them don't have other utility. This one kind of has other utility, but now that we're in a format where everyone's killing us on turn 3 or 4, it kind of doesn't really have that much utility. It's like I can only really cast it if I'm comboing off. There's a lot of options here. I think we do 4 of whatever we choose. Like, whatever we choose, we're going to put 4 of them in. I guess the real question is, how often are we going to be casting the 4-mana version of any of these? Like, hopefully never, right? The 1-mana version is all that we care about as far as the combo goes. None of them really matter for the combo, though. Like, target creature gets... Actually, this one is not even up to... This one's bad because I can't even cast the first part unless there's a creature to target. So probably not this one also. So it's going to be one of these two. Either Rakdos or Golgari. Right? Because, like, nothing... This one I literally can't cast sometimes. This does nothing. This one... Alright, this one does nothing. Yeah, so it's going to be either Carnival, Carnage, or Status Statue. This one's also target creature, not up to 1. Wait, are all of them? Deal 1 damage to target. I guess all of them are target creature, planeswalker. That stinks. It really stinks, because like I was hoping. I guess this one might actually be it then, because this one doesn't need a target. This one also doesn't need a target though. Maybe it'll be Flower Flourish after all, just because like I just need to be able to cast it for 1 mana and make 2 treasures with my Widespread Thieving when I need it, right? Yeah, Not sure. Not sure. Oh, this is tough. This is really tough. Because, like, this is like, not going to do anything. Deal 1 damage to target creature or player. I guess, actually, technically, this could be useful. Because, I mean, it would definitely have been useful in that last game where the guy went elf with 1 toughness into elf with 1 toughness. Like, I could actually use it to remove 1 toughness creatures. I don't know how often that's going to come up, but that actually could be useful. Whereas this 1 mana side is useless. This 1 mana side is useless. This is useless. This is useless. Like, all of them are useless except for this one. This one is the only one that could actually do something theoretically good for the 1 mana version. Okay, fine. Put 4 of these in. The Carnival Carnage. So we need to find 4 cuts. I think we do keep the Invasion. I think the Invasion's fine. It digs us a little deeper into the deck, and it nets us mana on our combo turn. Which means we're cutting some interaction. I don't think Helix is super necessary. I think Trophy can be good because there are certain things. Like there was a game where there was like a Shield Druid the Apocalypse on the opponent's board, so I literally had to remove it before I could go off. Like I think the Assassin's Trophies are going to be necessary against certain cards, so we're going to keep that. Which means I guess we're ditching this because it's like it's board wipe is nice, but it's like so slow. Like we're never going to be able to have 3 mana and one of these 2 cards in our hand by the time our opponent like kills us with a huge board. So we'll cut those 2 and probably cut those 2 down. I don't know. I guess we could also cut this, but I think this is just better. Maybe. This also has a Lightning Helix effect on it, so I guess it's probably fine. Okay, something like this, something like this. Although, I could just like cut the last 2 Lightning Helixes for 2 more Assassin's Trophies if I think that that's going to be more useful. Let's just try it like this. Let's just try it like this. Okay. Try it like this. I think my mana base is still probably fine. Yeah. Okay. Well, made some good updates. I think this is going to be a little better. Most circumstances, it's probably going to be about the same, but I do think that the fact that I'm like almost never going to be able to cast the board wipe and the Lightning Helixes are like kind of just not that impactful means that having an actual like other good combo piece is going to be good. All right. We don't have a Widespread Thieving, but we do have a Pillage the Bog to find it. So I'm actually gonna... This is fine. We got some decent stuff going on here. Look at this. Look at this. Already rewarded immediately. He plays a 1 toughness creature on turn 1. Oh, it feels good. It feels good to be smart. For this tapped, and then look at this. Look at here. Die. The carnival. The carnival begins. Huge. Okay. I guess this is an instant, huh? I didn't even remember that was an instant. I could have waited, but still. I think we're gonna go ahead and we'll go ahead and start with the Widespread. We already have the Kaya, so let's hide away the stimulus package. Now, all we're really missing is the card draw thing. The flashback card draw guy. We're not that close to going off this turn. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a tapped land. And then I'm going to use the block, which means 80 mana up front, and then on next turn I can cast it for absolutely free. Okay. Oh, there's a Right of Harmony as well. Also, this guy missed a land drop, so I think we just win. Like he has 1 green mana up. There's no way he can stop us from just winning this turn. Is this it? Is this finally? Are we gonna win with this deck? It's crazy. We're finally gonna do it. Okay. Let me just do the math first, so I don't look like an idiot here. So I'll spend 3. I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh yeah. Okay, it's all coming together. We'll play this first. We're gonna treasure from our widespread thieving. That's all we need to do. We'll immediately minus 2 Kaya.
Yeah, I can handle this.
So now we'll get 2 treasures for every multicolored spell we play. We have 1, 2, 3 mana.
You're outnumbered.
And then I play. Ooh, actually, wait. Which one do I do? Yeah. So I play this first. So I immediately get 2 treasures. Basically, this was free, right? I paid 2 mana, but I get 2 mana back out of it. And now, because this is plotted, we can play it for free. And then we'll have 5 treasures to play our stimulus package. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So we get 2 treasures, and then we'll hit auto pay. And it'll automatically let us cast the stimulus package that was underneath the widespread thieving. And then we'll get a bunch more treasures, up to 6 treasures. Pillage the bog. We will grab. It doesn't even matter at this point because we're just gonna win. But I guess another. Wait. Yeah, another Kaya is fine. We'll play another Kaya. Get even more treasures. Oh yeah. This is so sweet. Don't want to pay for nothing. Keep the new one and immediately minus 2 per as well. And now I can start using a stimulus package. So what's going to happen here is I'm going to sack a treasure to keep the package. We're going to scry 1. So we get to decide if we want the top card or not. We do not. And then it's going to make 4 tokens. We're doubling, but then we doubled again earlier. So we get 4 tokens and 4 new cards in hand. And yeah, we're just going to go through our deck until we make enough of these that we can give them all and kill our opponent. It's going to be sick. We need to find out one more spell though, because we actually don't have enough mana yet to cast a Lorehold command without casting another spell. That'll do though. So cast this. It'll make us a ton more treasures. We go from having 3, we use 2 of them, we'll make 4 more. And then when this enters, we'll make 4 more, have 9, and then we'll play 2 of those, and yes. Yes, it feels good, it feels good. Alright, so that's the basic combo. Carnival Carnage, infinitely better than the board wipe we were playing before. We got quest done as well, look at that, look at that. And hey, best part, because we ended up using that Carnival to kill the 0-1 he played, we have 1 out of 25 towards killing creatures our opponents control. That's the real deal right there. Alright, let's play this a little bit. That was fun. That was fun. Not every game is going to go that well, I feel, but it is fun when it works. Maybe after this game we'll look into some standard as well. Not bad. We have widespread thieving. It's a slow hand. We have no interaction early, but you can just see how this goes. I feel like, what's the worst? We're also on the play here. We're making it a little bit like not as bad to be having a slow hand. Hopefully they don't just thought see. Okay. Why do I even say things out loud? They didn't technically. They didn't thought seize us. The Inquisition of Kozilek us, but it's the same thing. So this is a deck that's going to try to take important cards out of our hand, which is terrible because we're a combo deck, and that means we're never going to have the combo together. What is nice is that he's like reading our cards, which means he doesn't even know what our combo does. So maybe he'll like pick the wrong cards today. That time he did get the right card, but in the future. All right. Well, I was going to try to pillage the bog this turn, but since we are not going to be going off for quite some time, we can just kind of hold back a little bit. No reason to rush. He also has Demolition Field. That's also really bad. One thing about this deck that's not great is that there are no basic lands in it, which means that if he uses this to blow up one of my lands, I get nothing out of it. So it's basically like he has, it's better than a strip mine because he actually gets a land to replace his demolition field. I don't get a land to replace my triumph or whatever. So it's like, what's the equivalent? He's like, he's basically like vindicated. He's like literally just like casting a spell to blow up one of my lands. Also, he's like fully on the discard plan. So he played an enchantment here that rewards him for me discarding cards. So he's going to be making us discard a lot, which is terrible. Just gonna block this thing. Yeah, I don't think we have a chance of winning this game, but we'll see. We have, I'm guessing they're gonna like, I don't even know what, mind rot us this turn or something. How many people make you discard a mono black? I don't even know. Thoughtseize, yeah, that's what I figured. Man, please, no. He's probably gonna take the Kaya here, which sucks because that's another really useful combo piece. Yep, goodbye Kaya. And also because he made us discard a non-creature, non-land, he draws a card off of it. Ugh. Now he's gonna play another Thoughtseize. Yep. Oh no. Why? Why did it have to be this way? He makes us discard our Rite of Harmony. That's not as bad because we can at least flash it back, but we're feeling a little cooked this game. I don't feel like there's anything I can do against this specific deck. Dragon's Summit. I could try to pillage the bog this turn because I get to look at top 8s. This would mean that I at least get to play something, not waste more mana. Hopefully we find it a widespread thieving. What are the odds? So I have 3 left in the deck. There's 50 cards in my deck, and I need to look at the top 8s. We're desperate. We're just gonna go for it. Widespread thieving. Give me the widespread thieving, please. And we do not get it. Unfortunate. What do we want then? Samuel's package could be interesting, because then we can at least start making some creatures on the ground that can attack him. We could also take Kaya and start just ticking it up. But no, I think Samuel's package is going to be the best here. And I'll just go ahead and play it out. So make 2 treasure tokens here. I'm not going to actually use any of them to make guys just yet, because I might want to use the Rite of Harmony flashback to actually draw cards when I make my tokens. We'll see, we'll see. Oh, he doesn't have a land to play. What is he? 6 cards in hand, no lands, nothing to make me discard? What does he have? Alright, well, that's my turn, I guess. Okay, now we have some options. We can Lorehold Command to, what would we even do? I guess make a token, draw 2 cards or something. That's not the worst. That's not the worst. We could also Rite of Harmony, sack our treasures to make 2 guys and draw 2 cards. But Rite of Harmony might be useful if I hold on to it for our combo turn. I think I'm just gonna hold up the Lorehold Command. I think that's what I want to do. Yes, pass. So I don't think he's gonna play many creatures in his deck, especially now that he knows I have a Lorehold Command up. But maybe he'll just like play a. I don't know what creatures would he even play. Deep Cavern Bat. I don't know. We'll see. We will see. Another Mirrex. I guess he could just make a Pest, or not Pest, Might. Oh, he's tapping it though. What's he doing? What's he doing? I mean, he can try to Thoughtseize me, but I'll just cast my spell in response. Like, right? When this class enters, each opponent discards 2 cards unless they discard a non-land card. At the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, if that player has 1 or fewer cards in hand, they lose 2 life. And then at the beginning of your draw step, draw an additional card for each opponent who has 1 or fewer cards in hand. Okay, so he's just trying to keep us hellbent. That's cool. That this is a discard effect and also the payoff for it. I've not seen this card before. Well, I am going to go ahead and use my Lorehold Command here because I don't want to have to discard it. And I think our modes are indeed going to be token card draw. I mean, we're going to have to discard 2 of them anyway, but I think it's fine. So we're going to sacrifice our treasure. Draw 2 cards. And then his talent resolve. He's going to make me discard 2 unless I discard a non-land, which I think is fine. I'll just discard a Lightning Helix. And he'll get a card draw out of it, but it's not that bad. It's actually not. This is actually not the worst situation to be in, considering how bad this matchup is. Oh, he's not going to level his thing? What is he holding up? You can only level at sorcery speed, right? Yeah. Okay, I don't know what he has. He has something he's holding up. Guess I'll go to my turn then. Hey, a widespread thieving. That's actually huge. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead and play it just to see what we're working with. What we're working with the hideaway here. Ooh, that's actually the best draw here, because now I can actually start setting up my combo turn. Hopefully we get a Kaya underneath it as well. That would actually be huge. Oh, we do get a Kaya. Oh my goodness. Are we in business? Oh my god. I'm seeing the light. We can actually maybe do this. I don't know what flash creature or something he has, but I guess I'm going to attack. I don't see any reason not to. I'm going to put him on a clock at least, so that if he continues to stop my combo, I can just beat him with this spirit. Alright. Let me try it next turn, actually. He had Fatal Push up, that's what he was holding up. Okay. I mean, yeah, it's fine. Still passing here. Demolition Field. Okay, so he is going to strip mine me here. I mean, I guess I'll float a mana, but not much I can do besides that. I'm going to decline the action, seeing as I have no basics to fetch anyway. Liliana of the Veil, you say? That's a cool one. I'll let that resolve, and then
those who get in my way tend to regret.
Each player discards a card. So I can either Assassin's Trophy it. Wait, but then I won't be able to use the widespread thieving next turn. It's only 5 mana when the treasure's made. I think so. Blow it up. So we're gonna get a treasure. Won't be Liliana. We'll get a land.
Favors the foolish, after all.
And then I won't have any cards to discard. Look at that. Your Liliana is useless. Also, it's dead. So.
You won't be outsmarting me.
He discards of another Fatal Push. Makes sense. Now he's leveling up the Bandit's talent. So I'm going to start losing 2 life every turn. That actually is definitely a little scary. And guess he's going to pass to me. Okay, cool. So we lose our 2 life from the talent. Get a Carnival, which is quite nice because is that enough to go off? So I cast the Carnival, and then I will pay. So then I cast. So that's the Carnival. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. I can say it's 7 mana because I make a treasure off of it. So then I pay 5 of it to cast Kaya, which will make another treasure token. So I go from 7, pay 5 to 2, make another up to 3, which is not enough to Rite of Harmony. I'm actually one mana short. Yikes, that really stinks actually then. Mana short. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cast the back side of this, and I'm gonna make him discard 2 cards. So the reason I'm doing this is because A, I don't want him to, you know, start actually playing like impactful things. So I'm gonna make him discard 2, which is good. But also, I'm gonna discard land and surgical extraction. But also, it means I have another treasure, so that on the next turn I can maybe try to go off for reals, and I won't be a mana short. We'll see. Oh, he's got another demolition field, so we're losing another land here. That does stink for sure. Losing lands is never fun. Yep. Although, why didn't he pull up my untapped land? That's a little weird. Oh no. Alright, now we are kind of in trouble. He's going to start drawing an extra card every turn because we have no cards in hand. So we're going to find something to do quickly, or else he's going to start getting action together. That does not count as something. In fact, that is nothing. We also now, because he blew up our land, can't even cast the Kaya because we're going to be a mana short. I guess we can try to cycle this. Try to find something. I don't know what we'd be looking for. Oh, I forgot. Oh. He just gets mana on that. That's fine. I was going to say, I forgot he gets benefit from recycling, but it's mana on my turn, so what are we going to do? Well, we drew another land. We'll just play this one because we're not going to sack our treasures to cycle. And I guess I pass again. Alright. So he's going to get to draw 2 cards this turn, which is not my favorite, honestly. But on the bright side, we have no cards in hand. We're actually hellbent. This is a card in my graveyard. So he can't make us discard to get more waste not benefits. All he can do is kind of sit here and try to... Ooh, that's a good one. That's really good, actually. That might be enough to win now, because I can cast it. Yeah, okay. This has to be enough, right? I'm going to cast both the Vod. I'm going to pay for the Kaya underneath the Widespread Thieving. That will cast that. I will then get another treasure from Widespread Thieving. So all I need is something that costs 3 or less from Pillage
I'm
to
here on
Valkyr.
Gatewatch business, so stay out of my way.
Another Kaya would also work, right? Or would it? Wait. Because I'm going to -2, and then I need to spend treasures. So I have 3 treasures to spend on Kaya, which would make 2 treasures then. Oh no, that actually wouldn't work, because then I wouldn't have enough to cast the Rite of Harmony. I basically need to end up with at least 4 treasures, so I think it has to be Carnage, actually. Or Stimulus Package? No, because I only have 3. I don't have 4. Okay. Wow. Actually huge. The change we made by adding this Carnival is like the reason we're going to be able to maybe do stuff here. So we're going to -2 this Kaya. Because if we didn't have a 1-drop multicolored spell, we actually wouldn't be able to do it. Oh, that's bad. Oh, there's a target creature planeswalker. That's really bad, because I actually needed to target my own Kaya to cast this. Ooh. Let's resolve. That's not good. I was just praising this Carnival for saving us, but now it's actually not going to save us
You
because we
can't
don't
fight
have
all of us.
a target. We can't cast it. Oh, no. I guess I'm going to sack this. Oh, that really stinks. Oh, wait, but I can target my own guys I make. But then I would have 3 treasures, I guess. I don't, because I can't draw cards right now, because I can't cast my Rite of Harmony. I guess we just first log on top. Yeah, because I can kill my own guy, but then I only end up with 3 treasures, which isn't enough to cast Rite of Harmony. So I guess I just... Is it even worth it to sack the treasures at this point? Like, you know what? I'm not going to. I'm going to... I'm just going to pass. So, the reason why I'm passing here instead of going and making a bunch of guys is because it doesn't really matter. I'm not going to kill him, which is like a couple citizens. Although he's a 12, I kind of forgot I hit him with the spirit a couple times, so maybe I could have tried. But anyway, regardless, the reason I didn't do it is because I was thinking in my head that there would be a higher chance of us winning if I just waited and held up resources for the turn that I'm actually trying to go off. Alright. It's okay. We are going to be cooking now. We have Pillage the Bog on top as well, so we're going to be able to find basically any card we want, including probably another Kaya. Is it waiting for me? Oh. He's just passing through his turn to this. Oh, wait, he's attacking? Blocks, I guess. I'm not even gonna bother using that. One infect? I guess that's fine. Unless if he like proliferates me out of nowhere, I guess, whatever. Target player discards 2 cards, then exile that player's graveyard. That does stink, because we're gonna lose access to this Rite of Harmony that's in our graveyard. I guess since I'm losing my card anyway, I might as well just kill his might. But dang, that actually really stinks. Now we need kind of like 2 combo pieces in order to actually win. So close once again. Oh well. And then that can resolve. My graveyard will be exiled. I'm gonna draw Pillage the Bog, and hopefully get enough to win here. Just gonna cast it. I don't think there's any point in waiting. Nope. Alright, what do we get? Do I have enough to kill him, actually? I have 3 attackers. Wait, how much does this make? So 3 attackers, give them each an extra power, so it'd be 6. Plus the elephant, or not the elephant, the spirit would be 4, so I'd do 10 damage. And he's at 11, I'm actually 1 damage short. I guess I should have been attacking by making more guys. Wow, I'm silly. Okay, what else can we do? What else can we do? What else can we do? We can make him discard his 2 cards in hand. Honestly, not a bad option right now. Yeah, because this doesn't quite get the job done. Yeah, I guess. Guess we're just gonna make him discard his hand. As funny as it is. Alright. Get bolted and say goodbye to your cards. Pretty discard. Waste not, show these new picture. Next to combat, I guess I'll go ahead and attack. Like, he's gonna make another might, but whatever. I'm at 1 poison so far. Not really worried about that. Can't block with that, buddy. Right. Cool. We'll end the turn here. He is at 6 life. He is drawing 2 cards a turn as opposed to my 1, so it's still incumbent on me to actually do something here, but we'll see. We'll see. Graveyard, sure. Yeah, you can. That's fine. Alright, I actually am going to go ahead and make 6. We get to see what's on top as well, because the alchemy version of this card add scry 1 to it. So we can maybe see if we can get a better draw here, perhaps another Lorehold command, or I don't know, something that will. There we go. It's a land. Let's try again. We'll do one more look here. Hopefully we can find something that actually digs us into a win. Not that either. 3rd time's the charm. Go ahead and sack our last treasure here. Rite of Harmony. That doesn't do... No, that does do stuff, because we can make more guys after we make treasures. Okay, I'll leave that one. That's fine. That is fine. Just cast the right harmony. Make a treasure token. Sacrifices a creature token. That's fine. So now for this turn, we draw cards when our creatures enter. So I'll go ahead and make another creature. And hopefully draw something else that can chain us into goodness. Literally any multicolored spell will kind of start chaining because it'll make more treasures, which will make more guys, which will make more card draw. So literally any multicolored spell here is solid. Like another Rite of Harmony. That's perfect. I can handle that. Oh wait, but I can't cast it. Oh, I wasn't paying attention to my lands. I don't have any more green mana. Okay, well. I guess I'm just a silly Billy. He didn't make another might also, what the heck? I think he had it like on auto pass or whatever. I discard a card. Beginning of each opponent's upkeep, if I have few cards in hand, deal 2 damage to them. So I'm taking currently 4 damage on my upkeep. I'll keep that in mind. Ah, now I'm taking 6 damage on my upkeep. That's not good. So I guess I will go ahead and block it then, just in case shenanigans happen. Here I go, down to 2. Oh, alright. Well, getting in there, boys. What a weird game. I'm like a combo deck and I'm just like attacking with 1/1s for the win. Good enough, good enough. Alright. I think the change, adding the Carnival Carnages, was a really good change. It seems like there is basically, what do I unlock? Oh, no. I don't want to pay for the battle pass or whatever. It seems like a really good change because overall the loss of having a little less interaction is not that bad, and the benefit of having a 1 mana multicolored spell is kind of huge. Also, the utility of making him discard throughout that game was actually a big part of why we won, because he couldn't like chain together anything. I kept making him discard cards. So Carnival Carnage, actually huge. Let's try. I want to try some standard as well. Let's go ahead and do some standard best of 3. Oh, that's right. I need more wild cards to actually make these decks. Well, I have one actually ready to play standard deck, which is this Jeskai deck that I made. I had previously, when I played Standard on Arena, played the Boros kind of version of this same deck. The idea being of that deck that you'd have either a turn 1 Novice Inspector or whatever the red one is that makes a blood token, and then you try to use this card that blows up your own artifact to make 3 goblins, and then you would have like a bunch of, you did like 4 creatures by turn 2 or something, and then you could convoke them all down. Convoke is a mechanic where you tap your creatures to pay for mana. Convoke them all down, and then you immediately get to play like this knight. I can't remember his name, but you'll see. It's all still in this deck mostly. But this is a Jeskai version, meaning adding blue to the red-white, because the red guy who makes a blood token when it enters actually rotated out of standard. However, there is a blue 1-drop that makes a map token from Lost Caverns of Ixalan that basically takes its place just as well. It does the same thing just as well. So this hand's fine. We get to try out the new max speed mechanic at least. Yeah, sure. Yeah, we'll see. not the best. This is the kind of deck that you really want to have an explosive start with. This is not very explosive, so we'll see how it goes. Let's start with a nesting pawns. Max speed. Yeah, so the way that max speed works, it's from the new set, or the not the brand new set that's coming out, but the one before it, is whenever you play a Start Your Engines card, you start at speed 1, and every time you deal damage to your opponent, or at the end of your turn when they had lost life, basically, you don't have to actually deal damage to them if they lose life from some other thing or whatever, you increase your speed. So you shift from gear 1 to gear 2 to gear 3, and when you get to max speed, which is 4, you get some benefits. So all cards that have the Start Your Engines mechanic have some sort of benefit for being at max speed. This one is, he just gets a little more powerful. So nothing special, nothing crazy. But yeah, go ahead and attack with him. Oh, also this is the card I was talking about, the Knight Errant of Geos. This is the big payoff for being in Convoke. I can also kill his Hexmage here if I want. Presumably he's going to try to remove his own enchantment with like the break the spell card. Choose a creature you don't control. Each creature you control deals 1 damage to that creature. 3 or more creatures attack this turn. Okay, so I could play this Bunnycorn, which would definitely be good, but fearing that he might turn this into a 3/3 soon, I'm just gonna go ahead and kill it while I have the chance to. I feel like that's gonna be better. Yeah, so as you see here, now that we're at speed 2, that is because we dealt damage to him, or he lost life on our turn, rather. So we're going to try to get to max speed. Not that it really matters all that much for this deck. Like, it kind of does, but all it does is make our nesting bot, like, extra 1 power. Which is, again, not bad or anything. It's just not super important. I guess I'm going to go ahead and just attack him again. Assumedly he has some sort of flash creature trick here. When this enchantment enters target creature, internal controls gets -1/-3, so he killed our guy, and then creatures your opponents control can be the target of spells and abilities as though they didn't have hexproof. Ward abilities of those creatures don't trigger. So he gets around our protection. That's fine. This is another new addition to the deck that was not in the Boros version. Regal Bunnycorn gets power and toughness equal to the number of non-land permanents you control, which is huge because as soon as we play more stuff, he just keeps getting bigger, bigger. Unfortunately, we're not going to get to see it because he bounced his enchantment and played it again to kill it. But what can you do? What can you do? Yeah, this is interesting. I guess we can just try to kill the Pixie here with the Case of the Gateway Express. I wanted to try to play this turn, which we can do if we want. That might actually be better. This is just a 2/2 flyer. There's nothing super threatening about it. Let's just do this. We're going to main phase play our reinforcements. So this you see is a 5-mana card, but like I said, it has the Convoke mechanic, which means that we can actually use our creatures to help pay for it. So we only have 2 lands, but we have 3 creatures. We can tap all of them and play it. It also rewards us for the more creatures we use to convoke it. We can look for 2 creatures that are that mana cost or fewer. So because we tapped 3 of our creatures to play it, we can look for any 2 creatures that are 3 or less mana costs. And this is what I was talking about, by the way. This is the blue one that replaced the red one. That's why I'm playing blue in this deck now. And this is the white one that is still in the deck. Yeah, I don't think it matters all that much. We'll grab Spyglass Warden, I think. We should be looking pretty good this game. We don't seem to have much. This is also the other card I was talking about that's like the mainstay of the deck. Just the ability to turn 1 artifact into 3 1/1s is just insane for a deck like this that wants to go wide. I think probably... Oh, no, we're actually mana short. I was going to say we can probably kill them this turn by playing Imodane's. Play this, sack the thing to make 3, and then play this. But we actually are 1 mana short of doing all of that. So instead... Yeah, there's no way we can kill with just what we have, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we're not even close. Alright, well, let's go ahead and show off kind of the bread and butter of this deck, which is like making a bunch of men's. So we'll make a map token here. And then Warden can tap 3 things. We'll tap the 3 things we just played to scry 1 and put a counter on him. Another Imidanes, not necessary. But then we can Gleeful Demolition our own map token here. And make 3 Morgue things that can also be tapped to the Warden. Oh yeah. We're cooking. We're going to activate this guy again. Tap our 3 goblins. Land is fine. Actually, it does give us some options, so we'll actually just keep a tap land on top. That's fine. And then I could activate him again, but I'd rather get my case solved by attacking with everything at his face. I am going to lose one of my 1/1s here, but that's fine because it gives our entire board an extra power by solving the case of the Gateway Express. Oh, okay, he's going to flicker his removal enchantment to kill one of our other things. Unfortunate, we lose our knights, but that's fine. We were losing one of our 4 attackers anyway, so honestly not that big a deal. We're almost at max speed! Max speed! I think that we literally only have the 1 card in our deck that it even cares about. But whatever. It's cool. It's a cool mechanic. Alright, so presumably he will be dead next turn. We have all the options in the world. We can... Oh yeah. Okay. Well, he could be keeping him a counterspell here. We're close to killing him even without the Imidanes, right? Because he blocks this and takes 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, like we're basically chilling. Let's go ahead and just cast the Imidanes. We'll probably counter it, and then we'll kill his blocker, and then he would be no more. Or he just doesn't have a counterspell and he's dead. That works too. Alright, so sideboarding. I didn't really see much of his deck. He seems to be some sort of like Esper enchantments deck. Like he played the enchantment that's a removal spell, and then he like flickered it, and he had the guy that makes a cursed roll on himself, so you can like kill the cursed roll, presumably with something like break the spell. So he's like an enchantress, Esper enchantress type deck. Felt pretty like fine. I don't really feel like I need counter spells against him. There's no board wipes that I saw. Rest in peace. He didn't really have any graveyard stuff going on. This does blow up enchantments, but I don't think I really want to spend 2 mana to, like, I guess I could, like, fizzle his flicker spell if he tries to flicker his enchantment or whatever, but he doesn't have any discard that I saw either, so Wiltleaf Liege doesn't really get that much value. I could Torch the Tower. He did seem to have some little guys that Torch the Tower would be decent against. Although there isn't really anything in the main deck I'm super thrilled about getting out of there. What is this? When this aura enters, exile non-land permanents until it leaves the battlefield, and then buffs and gives ward. Yeah, I mean, this is the only thing I could consider cutting because he has some instant speed removal that can fizzle this, and also he has the thing that like makes it so my ward don't trigger, but I'm not super worried about it. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with kind of our just base game plan. Also, no, sorry, we have 2 nesting bots. We have 2 cards that care about start your engines. My bad, my bad. I'm just going to run it back. I really don't think that there's anything that I'm super worried about. Torch the Tower hitting, like, it's not that bad. Not that big a deal. The instant speed nature of Torch the Tower makes it a little bit better against some of his shenanigans, but I think the Protected by Ghosts or whatever that card was is fine as well. Let's run it back. Hopefully we get a more explosive hand this time. That first game was like just kind of like an average hand for this deck. This deck can have some pretty like disgusting, like you saw there on that like second to last turn where I like played the Spyglass Siren and the Warden, and then like pumped it, and then immediately blew up the map, and then like pumped it again. Like that's the kind of stuff you can get on like turn 2 in this deck pretty easily, because you have basically 8 copies of that card, right? You have 4 Spyglass Siren and 4 Novice Inspector, and they do the exact same thing. They make a creature and an artifact for 1 mana. Our opponent is really taking their time deciding if they want to go first or second. It's possible they just disconnected, which would stink, because then we have to sit here and wait. I think they probably just disconnected. Or they quit, who knows. Hey, I don't actually know. How long did it take the game to decide that they've been taking too long? They have 0 timeouts right now. Oh, wait. No, now they have a timeout. Whatever. Yeah. They only have a little bit longer, so. I guess they weren't super happy with us after that first game. They're just roping us. Well, we'll find another opponent. It's fine. Oh no, then they said, okay. Okay. Well, I like to give people the benefit of the doubt, because sometimes you do just like have weird connection issues, or sometimes the game is just a little glitchy, but that, like waiting until the very last second right before it's about to run out of time and then hitting like play first is kind of a classic I'm tilted at you kind of thing. This is a decent opening hand. It doesn't have a Gleeful Demolition, which is what I would really like to see, but it's good enough. Well, I sincerely hope he's not just going to rope us to infinity. Like I said, it's very possible he's just dealing with some sort of connection issues or game bugging out. That does tend to happen, but I guess we'll figure out here. If this timer gets down to the very end and then he plays a card to stop himself from losing the game, then it'll be pretty clear that he's just upsetty. Okay, he just fully disconnected. Alrighty. Moving on. We will... Oh, we ranked up. Bronze tier 1! Let's go! We'll run it back, though. We didn't get to really see much of the deck. I mean, you guys saw the deck, but I want to, like, actually get a full game in. A full best of 3 in. Alrighty. That was a quick. There's one nice thing about MTG Arena. Because it's so popular right now, like, the matchmaking is, like, instantaneous. Like, I queued up for, what was I doing earlier? Historic, best of 1, ranked, right? Like, there's so many game modes, it's crazy to me how no matter what I start queue for, there's always an opponent found for me, like, within a minute. It's kind of crazy. Not many other games are like that. Most games, even popular games, take a little bit for the matchmaking to find an opponent for you. Alright, we have a nesting bot into Gleeful Demolition. Not the worst. Not the worst. So we have 4 creatures, 4 1/1s on turn 2. Against certain decks, that's good. Against a lot of decks, though, it's actually kind of bad because they can just play a blocker. The only reason I am going to keep is because we also have a removal spell. So if they have, like, one big blocker to try to stonewall our 1/1s, we can kill it and then swing in and immediately hunt more guys. But ooh, another red-white enjoyer. They will put a Biza, the Bounding Spring, into the discard. That's interesting because there are a few decks that could use this. He could be like a mid-rangey deck. It's very possible. But he could also That's interesting. He's like more of a control style deck, I guess. That's super interesting. Okay. Also, we found a Spyglass Siren, which is huge because now we don't have to blow up our own nesting bot. We can just blow up the map token like we want to do anyway, which is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to play Chivalry, play a Spyglass Siren, make a map token, and immediately blow up my map token. So this is the kind of hand that would be insane if we also had the Ranger, because then we could tap all 5 of our guys and immediately have a 4/4 and 5 1/1s. We do not, unfortunately, but still pretty good, honestly. Because now next turn we can play the case. If they play a blocker, even better. Kill their blocker, attack with 5 guys, and immediately pump our team +1/+0. I hope they play a creature here. That would be excellent. They did not play a creature, which is a little unfortunate, but it's fine. Alright, what to do here? We could play the case, although because they have shown that they have some decent fork drop, like blockers, it's possible I would just want to hold it. There's pros and cons. Although this is also a removal spell I forgot, so probably I just play this out and like play this out or something. Yeah. 3 more creatures attacked this turn. So I'll just go ahead and go to combat and swing in with everything. Right, so... play the case here. And then we'll also go ahead and play this Warden because we're going nuts. We'll go to end step. Solve the case. All of our creatures get an extra power until this case goes away. So we should have plenty of damage for the rest of the game here. They're stocking up. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. Put 2 of them into your hand, the rest on the bottom in any order. Interesting. Okay. There's our Knight Errant. A little late. How close are we killing here? We are at 10 damage on board, so we can't quite kill them this turn. So conceded. That's fine. Okay. So this appears to be some sort of Jeskai like control deck or something. They had planeswalkers on the high end. They had the look at top 5 and put 2 in hand to like restock. Like a pretty classic like Jeskai control deck basically. So that being said, we might want some counter spells. They're likely to have removal and board wipes abundantly. And perhaps even Spell Pierce for some of their higher end threats. I'm thinking we probably don't want this case. It does pump our team, but we have other ways of like rushing them down quickly, and it seems unlikely we're going to have many good targets, creatures of theirs to kill. So we're going to remove those. Put in some counter spells here. What else would be good? I think having flash and basically having ways to interact at instant speed is going to be the best against this kind of deck. Meaning Sheltered by Ghost would also not be that great. It does give Ward 2, which I guess is kind of nice. It also exiles any non-land permanents as opposed to just a creature, so it's still probably useful against some of their high-end threats. I'm thinking we keep most of it the same. I think what I've done so far, 3 counterspells in for 3 removal spells, creature removal spells, is probably good enough. Let's run it, see what happens. Only getting audio out of one ear right now. That's weird. Oh, wait. No, it's back. Never mind. Okay. The hit is terrible. This hand's decent. We don't have anything explosive here, but we do have a turn 1 into turn 2 play with decent power on board And we do have a counter spell. I think I'm actually going to ditch the Knight Errant because we don't have a Gleeful Demolition in the opener, so it's not going to come down for quite some time. And I'd rather just try to keep the 3 lands as well as some interaction stuff. I guess I should put one of the lands back when I was going to draw a land on turn 1, but whatever. Oh, not that. I was about to throw by not having a blue on turn 1. Okay, Secret of the Coast and the Spyglass Siren here. Oh, by the way, the counter spell that I'm using is it counters it unless they pay 1 for each creature I control. Obviously, because I'm going wide, it's preferable. But also, if I pay a white in addition to its cost, I also get a 1/1 out of it. So it's pretty decent. Okay. Did they bin twice? They only bin once. Okay. We got another Spyglass Siren here, but I'm going to prioritize getting down the bundle here. Then we will smack with the Spyglass Siren here. As you can see, Regal Bunnycorn is already a 3/3 for 2, just because I have, this 1 drop that makes 2 permanents. It gets big real quick. They probably have a Braid up. I don't know why else. Well, maybe not. They could just have nothing. I'm going to go ahead and play as though they have a Braid, though. So I'm not going to play Spyglass Siren before combat. Well, actually, I could just play this without kicker, huh? Yeah, no, I am good. So I'm going to do this. They might try to Braid in response. They did. Okay, good. Go to combat. Attack with both of these guys. I think I'm just going to pass, though. The map tokens aren't worth cracking because they're also giving me extra power on board, so I'm just going to leave them be for now. This is going pretty well so far. I have 7 power in play, that's a 2-turn clock, and I have a counterspell up. Create a treasure token for each opponent that controls more lands. Creates 2 fish for opponents who have more creatures, and draw a card if opponent has more cards in hand. Oh, and gain life. Okay, we're definitely going to counter that. That is way too much value for them to get. And then we have another counterspell we drew. Oh, okay. What can you do? What can you do? I just kind of had it all there. Huge. Alright, I'm liking this deck so far. I think it has a decent amount more utility. Not utility, but like, I don't even know what the word is. Options. Off you skip it. I don't know. It has like more paths it can go down than the Boros version. The Boros version is very kind of like one note. It does it really well, or it did it really well, but it kind of ran into problems against decks that could shut it down. Whereas this one has like ways to fight back against that. It has more removal with the Sheltered by Ghosts. It has more options for fighting back against control with the counter spells. Kind of has a lot of everything here. This is a really bad opening hand because I can go Warden into Sheltered by Ghosts, but preferably I'd actually be hitting something, and I don't know if my opponent's going to have something in play by turn 2. And also there's no explosive start here. Let's see what we can do. This is decent. We get to do the same thing we did last game where we go Spyglass into Regal Bunnycorn. This time I probably will ditch a land because I kind of like all these options. Although Imitates isn't... no, I'm going to ditch a land. I like all the options in the opener here, so I'd rather... Especially because we're on the draw, I'd rather just ditch a land. And we're immediately rewarded. Alright, let's play the Spyglass Siren. Get a map token. My opponent led on Island, which does make me a little nervous. Ooh, a new card. Draw 2, discard a card. When a dragon you control enters, bounce this enchantment. Okay, so it's like a... I don't know, Charter Course. Draw 2, discard 1 with upside. And he discards... Spell cost 2 less to cast if it targets an attacking creature, bounce 2 notes in our hands to bounce. Okay, interesting. So my opponent has some interesting stuff going on. Definitely interesting. When he played this, I was assuming it was some sort of like combo deck, but then this makes me think it's more of like a control tempo-y deck. Also appears to be solely blue-white. That does sting. temporary lockdown. We can nug the lockdown. He gets to draw 2 and discard again, which kind of stinks, but we get a lot of board presence. Yeah, that's probably fine. Like, it's not my favorite, but I think we're gonna have to. We just lose so much, so much more clock if we don't just get rid of this immediately. Target a creature I can, wait, what? Oh, yeah, go on here, and then get rid of that. Yeah. So, they get to draw to discard again, which again, kind of stinks, but yeah, what are you gonna do? Like, I just can't, like clock them at all, and they have way more resources than me in a long game, so I just kind of have to do this. We do have like a 2-turn clock on them, though, by the way, because I'm gonna be attacking for at least 9 next turn, right? 5, 6, 7, 8, and I'll play something. Oh my god, this next clock is so insane. Just killing them instantaneously. If they have another, temporary lockdown, then we're in trouble for sure. But last time around, oh, I didn't even think about that. I forgot the feature gun also caused that. Okay, so they blast zone away the 1-drops, which gets rid of the sheltered by ghosts that was keeping away his temporary lockdown. So I lose everything again. Smart, smart. Yeah, we're really in trouble now. They have basically all the time in the world because I can never pressure them. I guess I can like Imitate's Recruiter here to try to Knight Errant next turn. Yeah, okay. This feels really bad. I'm gonna play the Imitate's Recruiter and just attack for 3, I guess. But this is so that if I draw an untapped command next turn, I can play Knight Errant and try to fill back up on some 1-drops. Oh, we are in some deep trouble here. This is also kind of nice if they play something with 1 toughness somehow. Nope, they're just stocking up. Okay, cool. That's fine. Oh, yeah. Lethal Demolition's not gonna do it. This isn't an artifact, no? That's enchantment. Okay. Yeah, I think it just kind of cuts. We'll attack though. Drawing Lethal Demolition does help a little bit, kind of, because now at least if we draw something that makes an artifact, we can blow up the artifact immediately and then still Knight Errant, assuming he doesn't have counter spells up at this point. Which, although he's timing out most turns for the stock ups. Presumably, though, he's going to play like another blue land. Oh, tapped land? Okay, we actually have a window here. Except for we draw a tapped land. Ugh. Also, he discarded Omniscience to hand size, so it does appear that he is a combo deck. So next turn, he's probably going to reanimate the Omniscience, and then he has enough options in hand will probably just dead. So that is unfortunate. I guess drawing the land there then wouldn't have mattered, because, again, we're dead this turn anyway, but... yeah, he's going to play the thing that reanimates an artifact or enchantment as a creature here, I'm guessing. He had to have found it by now. He's drawn so many cards. Yep, there it is. So he gets the Omniscience back as a 1/1. So it's a 1/1 Spirit or something, right? Yeah, 1/1 Spirit, but he has Omniscience. He can just play out everything he wants. Goes and finds a instant or sorcery from his sideboard, which is Jeskai's Revelation. Just does everything, I guess. Deals 4 damage, creates 2 tokens, draw 2 cards, gameplay live, sure. He plays that again. Oh, did it bounce? Oh, return target spell or permanent. I didn't even notice that much, so he picked up the invasion, which he then plays to bounce the invasion, and then he plays the invasion. It gets something. I guess he also gets back from the graveyard. Is that what's happening here? Wait. Yeah, he gets back from the graveyard as well. So it's library, graveyard, or sideboard. Okay. Yep, so he's just gonna infinite combo us till we're dead. Unfortunate, unfortunate. I didn't even realize this was hard. Kind of cool. I mean, obviously it's good here because he can play it as many times as he wants, but even in not that kind of deck, it seems fine, right? Yeah. Who knew Invasion of Arcadius was going to do anything? I remember when that card came out, it's like 5 mana for something, for something to search up an instant or sorcery. It's really a bad card. Sure, yeah. So we are dead. As I thought at the beginning when they started like playing more combo-y elements, they are definitely a combo deck. They also seem to have some really control elements to keep decks like mine from running them over early. So that is good to know. Our main threat is definitely going to be Temporary Lockdown. That card is pretty hard for my deck to beat. We have Destroy Evil. We have Rest in Peace to stop his combo. We have Spell Pierce for his non-creature spells that are combo or control, and we have another counterspell here. So we have a lot of sideboarding options here. Obviously, we're going to get rid of all of this creature removal, and Sheltered by Ghosts also isn't great, since he can always just kill the thing it's on and then get whatever I took back. So those 6 are coming out for sure. Destroy Evil probably in. Rest in Peace to stop the combo probably in. Although, yeah, if he gets like the God Hand and like has an early like turn 4 combo, then it would be useful to have Rest in Peace, I guess. The question is, oh yeah, Spell Pierce 2 would probably get in. The question is, do we try protect the negotiators, because it's okay, but like, I don't know. I feel like we're gonna lose so much speed if we like replace any more of our deck with counterspell. Doesn't do anything towards our killing him. I think we've kind of already gone overboard. In fact, this might even be overboard, the Destroy Evil, because it only destroys an enchantment. It's not gonna, the creature mode doesn't matter against him, so it's only gonna destroy. I guess, yeah, no, it's still worth it. Like, as he's comboing off, I think he probably can do most of it at instant speed anyway, so this doesn't actually help if he's comboing off, but it does help against the temporary lockdown. Okay, I'm gonna leave it like this. No protecting negotiators. I don't think it's necessary, and I think it slows down my clock too much, so I'm gonna leave it like this, and we're gonna see how it goes. We'll be playing first this game. See what we can do here. Play first. And again, not a very explosive hand, but it does have some nice stuff we can do. We can go Warden on turn 1, and Spyglass Siren, or even Resolute Reinforcements on turn 2. Immediately start buffing the Warden. So, we have some options here. We also have Unidanes for the kind of out of nowhere damage if he gets too low. So there's definitely a lot of options with this hand, which I like. Another Spyglass Siren. That's interesting. I think I'm still going to err on the side of Resolute, because even if I play both of these, I can still only activate this once. Yeah, so we're going to do this main phase. Immediately tap them all for away. So go ahead. Instead of getting 1 damage in, we'll just tap these 3, scry 1. See, this is what I'm talking about. It's a little awkward, right? Because I don't want Rest in Peace right now. It stops, like, I can't advance my damage very much with this. It's 2 mana, do nothing for my damage. But at the same time, he has to get rid of it before he can combo, so I guess I'll take it. It's a little awkward, though. I would have preferred to find something like a Gleeful Demolition or something. Something that actually helps me kill him real quick. Alright, here's our Shivan Reef. We're going to go ahead and swoop, actually. Yeah. Let's Spyglass Siren main phase 1 to see if he has any interaction. He's thinking about something, so he has something here. He ended up using it. He did not end up using it. Alright, I'm going to activate the Warden, tapping these 3, and surely this will get something out of him, right? Like, no, he didn't. Okay, I'm going to bottom this Spyglass. And I guess we'll go to combat now. And I'll smack him. nothing. Alright, I am just going to play this out, though. Like, it's already slowing me down just to have this useless card in my hand. If he has a counterspell, so be it, but, like, I cannot afford to do nothing with my 2 mana this turn. Okay, he didn't have a counterspell for it, or he just chose not to use it on the rest in peace, I guess. Oh, yeah, disenchant. There it is, okay. Interesting, interesting. So, yeah, I mean, he was going to do that at some point anyway. It does mean he gets this, like, he gets to utilize the 2 mana that he otherwise would have wasted, but whatever. Here we have another interesting choice, because we can try to go for max damage here by just playing both of our creatures. Yeah, I think that's probably worth it. I'm gonna go play this for sure, because this at least makes us get another Warden of the Sky. Yeah, so I'm gonna take this. Like so. I don't need another one. And I guess I'm gonna Imadane's. It's likely here that he has some sort of an action. But he didn't play temporary lockdown, which means I feel like he doesn't have temporary lockdown, which is huge. I'm just gonna swing everything. Nothing? Okay, easy too. Take those. He had Moment of Truth. Look at the top 3. 1 into your hand, 1 into your graveyard, 1 on bottom. Okay. Well, hopefully he doesn't, like, Graveyard Omniscience and immediately animate it. He did not. Okay. Good, good. So I think we're safe from the combo. He has to have exactly temporary lockdown, and even then, he doesn't live, because I can Imadane's attack. You know, this will stick around and attack him for 2. Okay, so I think we got game 2 here pretty easily. That's nice. Okay. Now the question becomes, on the draw, do I want another counterspell option? Knowing he has Disenchant, it actually makes me not want the Rest in Peace. Because, like, I don't have many enchantments and artifacts he's going to be able to blow up. Like, he's always going to be able to have them in hand for the Rest in Peace. So I'd almost rather just not play it at all. Like, yeah, let's take those out, put into Protect the Negotiators. Oh, also I could do... No, no, that's another enchantment. The whole point is to have less enchantments for him to have, so he has more dead cards with his disenchants. Yeah, I think these 2 counterspells are going to do better than the 2 Rest in Pieces we just took out. Okay. Also, something nice is that because he saw us play Rest in Peace in that game 2, he might not be, like, thinking that we're going to take him out for game 3. So he might be like, oh, they are playing Rest in Peace, and just, like, try to board in even more Rest in Peace hate. This is interesting. So we have kind of the God hand, right? Where we have an Artifact Maker, plus the Artifact Destroyer, plus something that benefits from having a big board, plus interaction. Like, we kind of have it all, but we only have 1 land, and it doesn't make red. But we're on the draw. So we get 2 looks to find it. I also think our average 6-card hand is pretty bad against his deck. It's 1 temporary lockdown, and we're kind of cooked. So I'm gonna keep. I could. There's definitely an argument to just like mulligan for an okay 6, but I'd rather keep like a nut 7 if I draw a mountain. Okay, well, that's not a good start. No, can't be. It can't be. No, we at least get to scry 1. So we get to have 1 more look to see if our next card is a land. Which it is! Look at that. Never punished. It's, Moment of Truth he uses to... Hopefully, again, he doesn't get the free discard of Omniscience. That'd be kind of unfortunate. He does indeed hit the Omniscience in the top 3, so he has an Omniscience waiting in the graveyard now. Not great, I'll be honest. Definitely not great. He also gets to stock up, which means he's probably close, if not has already found his reanimate for the Omniscience. Okay. So, that all being said, he probably has a way to reanimate Omniscience next turn, which means we're just dead. If I leave up Destroy Evil, I can destroy the Omniscience as he tries to go off, and hopefully he doesn't have enough instants to like go off in response. So that's one option. I leave up 2 mana, I just like attack, and I hope that he tries to go off and I stop him. Option 1, do that. Option 2, I just play my normal game plan and hope he doesn't win next turn, because if I do wait and do nothing and then he doesn't go off, I just wasted 2 mana and my whole turn and have no way of killing him. Okay. I thought about it. And I've decided that I'm a madman. Get him. Alright, so if he plays Abuelos whatever this turn, I am dead. Whatever, but if he doesn't... Okay, well... What do you do? No, what can be done? He only has 3 cards in hand. He gets to look at top 3 here. Most of his deck is like digging though, so it's very unlikely that he whiffs. Yeah, he gets to dig in more here. Draw 2, discard 1. Presumably he'll be able to dig into the win, but there's always a chance. There's always a chance. Dragon here. This creature enters. Return up to 2 other target non-land permanents to their owner's hand. So he stops my clock. He gets to pick up his dragon enchantments. Draw 2 and discard another one. Draw another dragon. Gets to bounce this again. Okay, we're done. Okay, we're done here. He just needed. I just needed him not have it on literally turn 4. I needed him to not combo off on literally the earliest possible turn that he can. Dang. It also stinks because we whiffed on our second land drop, and so our clock was such that I felt like I had to do that. If we had gotten the land on turn 2, I probably wouldn't have made such a risky play. Let's make ourselves feel better with some pack opening. Let's grab those. Oh, I already had one waiting for me. Look at that. 2 full packs. I actually don't know this set very well. Some interesting stuff going on. Interesting. Okay. Kind of like another version of Stubborn Denial, but with X involved. Oh, the card we were just... No, wait, this is different. I was about to say this is the card we just got killed with. It's not. It's a different Jeskai gold card that's rare. Next time a source of your choice would deal damage to you this turn, prevent that damage. When damage is prevented this way, deal that much damage to the source's controller. It's literally deflecting SWAT, or not deflecting SWAT, sorry. Deflecting Palm, but also you draw that many cards. It's funny. And we also get Sage of the Skies. 3 mana, 2/3. When you cast this spell, when you cast this spell, if you've cast another spell this turn, copy this spell. Interesting. So it's a cast trigger that just gives you another one? So you get 2 2/3 flying lifelinks? That's kind of sick. Hey. Okay. Maybe we can do something with that later. Alright, let's get one more game in with this deck though before we move on. I really like this deck. I feel like that last game was just rough. We maybe should have mulliganed. I don't. Once we had mulligan though, and we were in that position, I feel like I still would make that play 100 out of 100 times. I don't think leaving up the Destroy Evil is necessarily worth there. I mean, he only has 4 Abuelos, whatever, in his entire deck, right? Like, what are the odds that he had it there? He'd only looked at like 10 cards in his deck at that point, so I think I made the right call. It just didn't work out. This hand is also not great, but we do have removal, and this also presents a decent clock if we start attacking 3 creatures. So we should go like, yeah, we should be fine. But he also drew another ace, so hopefully he's a creature-y deck. It is a Jeskai deck, as I thought. It seems to be a lot of Jeskai decks are floating around right now. Alright, smack him in the face. Hopefully he doesn't abrade us. Does not. And I'm just gonna pass. I could play another nesting bot, but just holding up the resolute reinforcement seems better. It also makes it seem he might waste his mana this turn. It doesn't end up. Oh. My goodness. Apparently, I had a meeting with my league team today that I did not remember. Oh, shoot. Yeah. Buddy. Do your thing. I might have to end stream a little early today because I did not realize we had a meeting for the team. Okay. Well, I'll finish this game out and then we can message them and see if this is actually something they need me for. Oh, it's also, I'm like, I keep realizing, forgetting that it's like my priority to do stuff here. Yeah, so it seems like there's another like control-y deck here, so we're not gonna have many targets for our getaway or gateway express. Do this, and I guess I just swing. Yeah. Alright, he didn't actually do anything about the swing, so I'm gonna go ahead and play one of these because it means that we're gonna be able to immediately level it up if he doesn't counter it, and we'll just immediately have a much more power on board. He did end up countering it. Maybe hold a dragon, counter unless it's control phase 2. If dragon was be held, counter spell unless it's phase 4. Okay. So I think we'd rather get. Well, what are the odds of the board wipes? Let's just play this actually. It has the same amount of power on board, and having the clue now or later doesn't really make a difference. I'd rather have this out. Hopefully he doesn't have another temporary lockdown, or I guess this is a different opponent. Hopefully this opponent doesn't also have temporary lockdown. He didn't play it, so we have another opportunity here to get in there. Presumably he has something. If it's another counter spell, it's going to stink to Immodanes into it. I think we go for it. It makes us be mana efficient, and it also makes us keep this because he does have creatures. Not that I think he does have a lot of creatures, but that's what I'm saying. So he's probably countering this, but if not, we smack him for a ton here. Did not counter it. Perhaps he's a combat trick? He has a removal spell. Okay, that's actually totally acceptable. So we swing in. It's also like the worst worst spell against specifically my deck because having extra map tokens laying around is actually for me. Okay, he did end up playing a creature here. It is when it enters, exile target non-land card with mana 3 or less from the graveyard, copy it. He copied Get Lost, I guess. Is that what happened? Copy it, then you may cast the copy without paying its mana cost. So that's fine. He made our nesting bot get lost, which is whatever, because now we can Gateway Express this away and kill him. Goodbye. Go. Now he's attacked with everything and he's dead. Cool. So they're like another like Jeskai control deck basically, it looks like. Well, I guess Jeskai control. Probably don't need this Sheltered by Ghosts. Although the Ward 2 is kind of nice. Let's get rid of the cases, actually. Instead of, we'll keep the Sheltered by Ghosts. Get rid of the cases. And I'll throw in some counter spells. Similar to what we did with the last Jeskai control player. And see how that goes. Okay. Yeah, this hand seems fine. Oh, we don't have white mana. Okay, I like multitasking is clearly not for me. But I did not realize we didn't have any white mana in this hand. We're lucky we at least have one blue spell to play, because yikers. That is... that would have been bad. Would have been really bad, actually. We actually don't have any white mana. What am I doing? Crack the map token, find a plains, maybe? Please be a plains on top. Oh my goodness, we're saved. Oh, never punished. Did it. Alright, so we get to draw the land off the map token, and because we drew the land, we get to play a white spell. Oh, never punished. Temporary lockdown. It doesn't early enough that we can actually still continue our pressure decently well here. We can also try to Sheltered by Ghosts, the temporary lockdown at some point. Probably not right now, though. Probably the Regal Bunny Coin, I guess. I would like to draw a second white mana eventually, so we can start double, like, casting 2 white spells on the same turn. But I'm just thinking only card draws on that. Also, we keep drawing non-white mana, which really stinks. Okay, so what are my options here? He has a 4/5. I can only play 1 spell, so I'm gonna. Ooh, actually, wait. I could get rid of this and then crack a map token, and then. Yeah. Let's do this, and then let's Sheltered by Ghosts on the Bunny Coin, and then get rid of the temporary lockdown. Then I will get another map token, and I actually won't crack it right away because I'm gonna go ahead and attack with the Regal Bunny Coin first. Presumably he's not blocking here. And then I'm gonna crack the map token, I guess, to maybe find another mana. Another Sheltered by Ghosts. No, I'm gonna graveyard that. It would be nice if he ends up like getting this temporary lockdown back and I could like immediately Sheltered by Ghost it again, but maybe actually I should have done that, but I feel like just being able to double spell on a turn is really good. We'll see how this goes. We do eventually find another white there though, so that's kind of nice. We'll play this, and let's go to combat. Attack with these two. Oh, he's blocking. Interesting. I guess go to damage? Yeah, go to damage. This is interesting. Why is he blocking? Just chumping it? Oh, maybe he's gonna try to like kill it after it has damage marked on it, and then I can pump it by doing this. Oh yeah, this is gonna be good. He's gonna try to like abrade it or something. Wait, please. Yes! Yes, he's abrading. Yes, yes, yes. So now we get to make it have 4 toughness by putting 2 more permanents in play, and then the Abrade won't kill it. Oh, feels bad, man. Let's go. That's huge. That's huge. Okay. It's gonna feel really bad now when he just like Sun Falls or something and wipe that board anyway. But man, that felt good. That felt good. Oh, he gets a castling from his graveyard? Oh, yeah. Yeah, go for it, man. You do that. You can, like, torch the tower a little guy or a braid. What was he even going to do? He's torching the tower? Is that what that was? Yeah, torch the tower on, what, a 1/2? Because that is not going to do it, Chief. Yeah. Got it. We'll go ahead and just activate this clue, try to find a simple bit to get rid of this and just end the game right away. No, I didn't find a thing to get rid of him right away, but... Alright, so he has a decent blocker here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just play my Knight Errant and immediately... Oh, actually, wait. Don't use double white, though. Use... Wait, how do I... Yeah. Use that and that to play this. then I can Knight Errant, tapping all of my little guys, and then that'll draw me to more cards. And hopefully that'll find me something. Imitate Recruiter and Spyglass Siren will do the job. So now we get to play this, and then give it all Haste Arena. And we are in there. 4 attackers, get in there, boys. Beat them up. Alright, he's at 1 life. And hopefully he doesn't like Sunfall me, but otherwise I think he's just dead. Wow! That play with like saving the bunny corn by flashing in my 1/1s, that felt really good. That was huge. Okay. Nice. Okay. Yeah, it looks like looks like I'm going to be needed for a team meeting here. Yeah, okay. Well, that is a little unfortunate. We're gonna have to end the stream a little bit earlier than I expected. But that's all good. This is fun. I'm gonna try to stream more Magic. In fact, I might actually permanently change one of my League of Legends days to a Magic the Gathering day because I was kind of planning on doing that eventually anyway. I really like having variety. So we do like 1 day of League, 1 day of Magic, 1 day of, you know, whatever story game, Rain World currently, and like 1 day of Minecraft or something like that. So yeah, we'll figure something out for the scheduling. I like this though. This is way more chill. For now though, I'm going to actually I'm gonna have to end stream early as I said. But I appreciate everyone who stopped by, everyone who's joining, watching me play some Magic the Gathering. And I will talk to you guys later. Like I said, I will probably change it on the schedule to just permanently have like Saturdays be a Magic the Gathering day. So yeah. Thanks everyone who stopped by. Peace.